Imagine. You stand on the edge of a precipice, staring into a void. Not a physical chasm, but a chasm of human memory. A world without books. Without laws etched in stone or parchment. Without history itself, carefully recorded, passed down through generations. What if the most powerful, most transformative tool ever conceived by the human mind never existed? What if writing was simply never invented? For millennia, we've taken it for granted. The silent power of symbols. A scribe in ancient Mesopotamia pressing reeds into wet clay, capturing a farmer's harvest. An Egyptian priest carving hieroglyphs on a temple wall, preserving a pharaoh's lineage. The Phoenicians, then the Greeks, simplifying, refining, giving us the very alphabet you're reading right now. Writing transformed us. It allowed knowledge to transcend a single lifespan, to cross vast oceans, to build civilizations that defied the sands of time. Laws became universal. Empires, governable. Science, cumulative. A tiny, fragile mark on a surface, became the bedrock of everything we know. But picture this, that spark never ignites. The human mind remains the sole archive. All knowledge, all wisdom, all experience, passed down by voice alone. From elder to youth. From bard to apprentice. A constant, relentless battle against the erosion of time. Every single story, every lesson, every discovery, just one forgotten word, one misremembered detail, one lost generation away from vanishing forever. Poof. Gone. Without writing, how do you govern a sprawling empire? Rome's legions marching across continents, its complex legal code, its vast administration, all relied on written commands, written laws, written records. No scribes, no records. No records, no taxes. No taxes, no legions. No legions, no Rome. No grand Persian Empire. No unified China, its dynasties meticulously chronicled. Instead, small, isolated communities. Tribes, perhaps. City-states, bound by the memory of a charismatic leader, but utterly fragile. Their reach limited to the sound of a human voice. Their history, a fleeting whisper carried on the wind. Consider the pursuit of knowledge. Our world builds upon the giants who came before us. Newton stood on the shoulders of Copernicus and Galileo, whose work was preserved in books. What if every time a brilliant mind emerged, their insights, their observations, their very theories, died with them? Imagine a world where the Pythagorean theorem had to be rediscovered every century. Where medical knowledge was a patchwork of local remedies, constantly forgotten, constantly relearned. Science, unable to accumulate, unable to progress beyond the most basic, immediate observations. Technology would crawl. No blueprints. No complex engineering plans. No shared innovations across vast distances. Forget the printing press, forget the wheel as we know it, for the advanced mathematics behind its precise construction would be lost. And history itself. It would become a swirling vortex of myth and legend. True events blurring with heroic tales, distorted by generations of retelling. Imagine trying to understand your origins, your people's journey, when the truth is filtered through 1,000 unreliable narrators. No ancient texts to decipher. No archaeological records to cross-reference. You would be anchored to the present, your past a beautiful, chaotic dream. Your future, unknowable, because the lessons of what came before were never truly learned. How do you avoid past mistakes when you can't even remember them? What about the individual? Without written language, a vast ocean of human expression would simply not exist. No epic poems like Gilgamesh or the Odyssey, preserving ancient wisdom. No philosophical treatises to challenge your mind. No love letters. No personal diaries to capture a fleeting thought, a secret sorrow. Identity itself would be more fluid, more communal, perhaps, but also less defined. Less able to articulate the complex inner landscape of the human soul. Art would be primarily oral, visual, ephemeral. Music, dance, sculpture, vibrant, yes. But the profound, introspective journey of the written word, the quiet communion between author and reader across centuries, absent. This isn't just a world without libraries. It's a world without the very concept of sustained, cumulative human progress. A world of constant rediscovery, of knowledge perpetually slipping through our fingers like grains of sand. Civilization, as we understand it, vast, interconnected, ever-evolving, would never truly emerge. Humanity would remain forever fragmented, perpetually starting over, generation after generation. Forever locked in a kind of eternal prehistory. So, the next time you pick up a book, or glance at a street sign, or even read a simple message on your screen, pause. Consider the silent miracle of those squiggles and lines. They are not just marks. They are the threads that weave together our past, present, and future. They are the bedrock of our shared understanding, the engine of our progress. They are, quite literally, the fabric of civilization itself. Without them, we would be lost, adrift in an ocean of forgotten whispers. And that is a world we can only barely imagine. What other seemingly small inventions hold such immense power? What other what-ifs have shaped our world in ways we rarely consider? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're fascinated by the hidden forces that sculpt history, make sure to subscribe and join our journey into the untold stories of what could have been.